He can step out and face up, and then running the floor hard to get the easy one in transition up high from Tony Parker. Last game, he's been fouled a couple times, but he hasn't been able to finish with the other defensive player on top of him. That time, he threw it down strong and now goes to the free throw line to try and make it a three-point play.
When you're guarding O'Neal, you can't give him angles to the basket because there's no chance to recover around his big body. So if you can't prevent the pass from getting in, you can't be on his side. You've got to play him behind and hope for help.
Jack 3 for 3 at the line. He has 11 points in all. And here are the Lakers within 5. They've trailed by as many as 13, and this crowd has come to life. Robinson is open. Kobe Bryant back on the floor. Robert Horry puts the move on Tim Duncan. Bryant has not been able to get going. Being guarded now by Daniels. O'Neal over Robinson. And Duncan with another rebound. That's 13 rebounds for Tim Duncan. Nice move by Daniels. Antonio Daniels beating Lindsey Hunter along the baseline.
And there's that floater. He likes to take off on the one leg and shoot the floater. He missed a couple of those in that crucial fourth quarter last game. He makes that one.
Horry with the step. 7-point San Antonio lead. 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Spurs try to take this series back to the Alamo Dome for a Game 6 on Thursday. Duncan had it knocked away, but a foul is called. Foul on Horry. 4th team foul on the Lakers. Both teams with 4. And Duncan fouled in the act. Will shoot 2. He's 2 of 3 at the line.
2 things, Mark. Lindsey Hunter has done a good job in slowing Tony Parker down. And Bruce Bowen, right now, even though Daniels was going well offensively with a couple hoops, is brought right back in just to make sure that Kobe Bryant doesn't get off in a short spurt.
Eric Fisher now back on the floor, replacing Lindsey Hunter. Lindsey acquired from Milwaukee. Comes off what has to be considered a disappointing season with the Bucks last year. Struggled in the playoffs. Was a starter for some time during the regular season with the Lakers. Now Derek Fisher is back in the starting lineup. Another Laker turnover. Here's the double on Duncan. Horry talking to Duncan. And Tim Duncan answering with the nice jump hook.
Marv, you mentioned Lindsey Hunter and the disappointment maybe with his performance this year. 2 of the 3 new acquisitions actually did not accomplish what they thought they were going to get out of him. Mitch Richmond being the other one. Samaki Walker has had a very good season.
Oh, beautiful move by Bryant. So Kobe to the reverse, only his 2nd field goal, and draws the foul.
Kobe sees the opening. Now he has to anticipate the shot blocker coming over right there. And from behind at the end, we see David Robinson is called for the foul.
That's his 2nd foul, and Robinson very upset. He's been hit with a technical. You rarely see David Robinson that upset.
That started at the other end of the floor on the free throw attempts. David Robinson was talking to the same official about the previous basket by Shaq in the lane area. Was concerned why wasn't it an offensive foul. There's the carryover.
For the win instead of watching the clock run out and hoping it runs out for you.
Kobe Bryant way off of that shot. He's 2 for 7 from the field. The Lakers were down by 10 with 4:55 remaining in the 4th. The other night, the Spurs missed 15 of 18 from the field in that 4th. 33. Lakers just 14 of 38, 37%. So here the Lakers being outshot, out-rebounded, outshot of the free throw line, yet they trail.
Duncan does a great job throwing it out on time and on target. Smith, best 3-point shooter in the league. Got to make the shot for them to win games like this.
Nice adjustment by Bryant, and draws the foul. Kobe able to clear things out. is able to lose Bowen as he went baseline, and he heads to the line. The foul on Robinson, number 4.
He kind of felt when he got underneath the backboard, he was just going to try and get it out of there and pass it out to someone else. Instead, he sees the opening and sneaks it around. Reminds you of going behind the hockey net and suddenly wrapping it around that pole past the goalie, as you would know, Mark.
Czar watching a lot of hockey.
That's playoff time. You get into it.
Barry Melrose, beware.
Yes.
Huh?
Jeff watching too much television these days. 2.5 gone by in the third, and the Spurs now lead by 5. San Antonio hoping to take it back to the Alamo Dome for a Game 6 on Thursday. Lakers want to wrap it, and that will be a turnover as it ends up in the backcourt, and the Lakers get it back. The winner of this series will face Sacramento. This is the first time that Sacramento has reached the conference finals since back in 1981 when they were the Kansas City Kings, and they will have a long layoff before that Western Conference final series gets underway. Earlier tonight, Boston beat Detroit to wrap it up in 5. Celtics headed to the Eastern Conference final. O'Neal going glass.
The critical thing when Robinson picked up his 4th foul is now O'Neal's guarding Duncan, which I think favors the Lakers. And down here, because Duncan's already got 2, they've got Malik Rose at 6'7" playing O'Neal.
And Smith called for the charge. You get the feeling suddenly things are beginning to turn.
Smith tries to make the sudden move, and there you see at the last minute Robert Horry coming over, stepping in front, picking up the offensive foul.
7 unanswered points for the Lakers. They're down by 3.
This is where the Spurs have to be mentally tough and not give in.
O'Neal over Rose, and Rose lost it. So the Lakers get a new 24.
Now you start to hear the footsteps of what's happened over the last couple of games, where here come the Lakers back, and this crowd is just waiting to suddenly get up on their feet and get into this basketball game.
This the closest since it was a 13-11 San Antonio lead. Fisher from way downtown, and the game is tied at 49. And they are on their feet here at Staples. Duncan going glass, so Tim Duncan comes right back with a beautiful angle shot. Duncan has 26. San Antonio up by 2. Bryant able to beat Duncan. Duncan came back, tried to help, so Kobe has tied the game at 51. Parker gives it back. Here's Duncan. So the Lakers have a chance to take the lead. Horry. Yes. Lakers up 53-51, and the Spurs want to talk it over. When they were up by the score of 4-3, Duncan has to give it up. Shot clock down to 5. Parker on the back tap, kept alive. Bowen able to get to it. They have the new shot clock. Lakers have outscored the Spurs 14-6 in this third quarter. Parker with the step. Bowen rebounded by O'Neal.
When the Spurs have Tim Duncan double team, they just struggle to have enough quality shots.
Good ball movement. Fisher hit a 3 a moment ago. Back comes Parker. And the Lakers able to get back. See Bryant digging in on Parker. Duncan lost it. Duncan threw it away. And last touch by the Lakers.
And because Duncan brought the ball down low as he tried to step around Shaq, Shaq really didn't elevate, but he still got a piece of that ball as Duncan tried to shoot it.
And I think San Antonio's got to get back to many more pick and rolls so they get more movement and get other guys opportunities other than just isolating Duncan every time down the court.
Parker now 3 of 8 from the field. Lakers have the lead 53-51, just under 6 remaining in the third. Fisher gives it back to Ori. And now the Spurs set up. Rose going baseline. Nice move. Went with the left hand to beat Ori.
There's that game you talked about, the improvement in Rose's offensive game, the ability to put it on the floor, 1 or 2 dribbles to get it to the basket.
Game is tied at 53. Bryant, beautiful hesitation move, and he drew the foul. Robinson.
Well, I know we have a long way to go here, but think about the last 2 games for Kobe Bryant. 27 field goal attempts, 31 field goal attempts. He has 12 right now.
And his shots have been off. O'Neal, rebound Fisher, but a foul is called. It's against the Lakers. It's on Fisher. He's trying to convert that offensive rebound. Kobe Bryant with 10 points the final 5 minutes, including the game winner against the Spurs with 5 seconds left in San Antonio on Sunday night. Broke out after having his problems. He had missed 7 straight shots over one stretch. And a loose ball foul. It's on Rose.
See the problems when players get elevated too soon. They get up in the air and aren't quite sure what they want to do. We saw Tim Duncan have a turnover before passing out of bounds. That time Rose got in the air, wasn't quite sure what to do once he got up there.
Both teams going through a drought at this point. Fisher forced that and knocked out of bounds by O'Neal. So the ball back to San Antonio. Spurs have hit only 1 of their last 7 from the field. The game tied at 53 with 4:20 remaining in the third. Duncan blocked by O'Neal. Duncan on the follow, and he is fouled. San Antonio up by 2 with just under 4 remaining in the third. O'Neal with the bucket and a foul. Foul on Duncan. That is his third. Now they say no basket, non-shooting foul, and Fox will put it in play.
The worst spot you can get caught behind Shaq is right in the middle of the lane in front of the rim. They look for him specifically to get him the ball there, the Lakers. They know he's impossible to stop once he catches it there.
Now Rose guarding O'Neal. Shaq is just 6 for 16 from the field. He's had a number of good looks. Duncan with room. And back comes Fisher.
One of the few times Duncan from the top of the circle didn't pump fake first. He just shot it when he caught it.
Bowen over to help on O'Neal. Spurs with 14 fouls. Here's Shaq. And he's fouled by Duncan. That's 4 on Tim Duncan.
Get by and buy some time.
I wouldn't. I would keep him in. Your whole season's riding right here. I think they need to have a cushion so that they have a confidence going into the 4th quarter. If they go down going in the 4th quarter, I just don't like their chances.
Shaquille O'Neal had hit his previous 5 at the line before missing the 2, and a foul is on Fisher. So the Lakers with their 3rd team foul. Lakers have gone scoreless the last 4 minutes, 10 seconds.
I know we all worry about the defensive end when our players have fouls, but as we saw back in game number 2, you have to worry about your big men that you throw the ball so often to, picking up an offensive foul here, committing that 5th foul.
Shot clock down to 5. Duncan had it stripped by Fox. 3 on 2 for the Lakers. Fisher, yes. 7 points for Fisher. And the game is tied at 50
in the 4th quarter.
Here's Bryant. Oh, you can feel it coming. Kobe Bryant taking over. Lakers up by 1. 7th lead change of the half. Kobe has 20. Daniels using the screen. Duncan. George reaching in, looking for the steal, called for the foul.
And that was a good call. He did get Tim Duncan's left arm as Duncan came across the lane from the Laker bench side of the floor. They may have been screened out, but it was very obvious from our angle.
It's a non-shooting foul, second team foul committed by the Lakers. And now here comes Shaquille O'Neal, who sat out for several minutes. For more on Shaq, let's go to D. Lynham.
Well, Mark, when he came out of the game in that third quarter, he complained to Gary Vitti that he was having a tough time catching the ball because of that index finger, which he had removed the stitches from. So Gary did some work and really took it down to practically nothing. The glue is off. There's just a little piece of tape on it, and he said, we'll see what happens. Obviously, he just got the ball there fine, so we'll see if he performs better.
That was rebound number 8 for Shaq. Thanks, D, with 3 minutes gone by. In the fourth quarter, Lakers up by 1. Shaq sets the pick. Bryant. And rebounded by Rose.
I would think the concern is when Shaq tries to throw one down, if that finger hits the rim, that's where it may open up again. Particularly with the padding off it now and that glue that they had on there.
Parker, yes, and it counts. What a shot by Tony Parker.
And he's got to keep going at the basket, creating shots for himself.
Bizarre. We try to speak in a rational, very conversational voice, but you know it hasn't mattered.
You said that you were rational. That's what you just said, basically.
I tried.
All right, here is Bryant over Bowen. Air ball fielded by George. And the game is tied at 68 as we come up on 8 minutes remaining in the fourth.
It's going to be all the other things in these last 8 minutes. Loose balls, people getting on the floor, picking up charges, minimizing turnovers, making your free throws. That's going to make the difference here.
Parker, yes, and it counts. Phil Jackson looking for a traveling violation. Parker to the line once again, seeking a three-point play. It's Friday. And Tony Parker with another solid game. He now has 14 points. So San Antonio up by 3. Lindsey Hunter back, played briefly in the first half. O'Neal with a drop step.
Duncan's got 4 fouls. Rose at 6'6", 6'7's got to play O'Neal. He's just too small. O'Neal can rise up above him and get any shot he wants off.
It's a 1-point game. San Antonio with the lead. Tony Parker scored the last 8 for the Spurs. Not able to hit there.
But I like the fact, as you mentioned, Jeff, he's got to keep penetrating, because when he does, he collapses the Laker defense, and eventually they'll have some kickouts for open jump shots.
Bryant being fronted by Daniels. Shot clock to 5. Here's the double on Kobe. Finds the open man, Rick Fox. What a look by Kobe Bryant, who collects his 4th assist.
Kobe knew the double team was coming hard. By the time he came down and had the ball in his hands, he looked right in the middle of the lane for the cutter.
Lakers up by 1. Duncan open. Rebounded by Fox. Tim Duncan did not do it in the fourth quarter the other night in San Antonio.
I think that's one full step outside his range. He needs to catch it a little bit closer.
Devin George. And Devin George shooting at 25% for this series. Foul is called on the Lakers. Here's Hunter. Yes! Lindsey Hunter from downtown. Lakers lead 75-72 for Hunter, his first field goal. And that's a big one for the head of Lindsey Hunter. We talked earlier about the fact that he struggled in the playoffs last season for the Bucks. Here's Rose giving it up to Duncan. Tim Duncan with the bucket, and he is fouled. So Duncan will go to the line. Fox taking it to the rim. And the Lakers with a 77-75 lead.
Well, there it is. Tim Duncan, 4 fouls, has to guard a quicker Rick Fox on the floor. No shot blocking with Malik Rose. He doesn't want to pull his body off Shaquille O'Neal.
Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Beautiful pass. Daniels with the recovery, and Antonio Daniels has contributed here in the second half. Daniels now has 9.
And they've switched to Duncan back on O'Neal, which is a gamble with 4.
Game tied at 77. Just under 5 remaining in the fourth. Here's O'Neal getting inside and draws the foul. It's number 5 on Duncan.
Down on the baseline when Shaq went underneath the backboard, gave that little pump fake. It may be hard to see, but does he shuffle his feet there before he winds up making the move? Now, it may be hard to see down low, but when he gets back underneath the backboard as he turns right here on the fake, there's a little shuffle down there of the feet, which is tough to see.
O'Neal is 5 for 7 at the line. Has really come on at the free throw strike.
We'll let that shuffle go because of Tony Parker's shuffle down the other end. So shuffle, shuffle, they wipe each other out.
And here comes David Robinson. O'Neal's so difficult to guard when he throws it out of the post because he backs in and they repost at such a depth. He's nearly impossible one step from the basket.
Lakers 79, Spurs 77. Robinson over at the scorer's table. Duncan gives it back. Parker played by Hunter. Shot clock to 3. Bowen. Bruce Bowen at the 24-second buzzer ties the game at 79.
How about giving a little bit of credit to Tim Duncan chasing the ball down, getting it to Bowen.
And Fox rejected. He thought he was fouled by Duncan. That would have been number 6. Oh, Phil Jackson very upset. Just under 4 remaining in the fourth. San Antonio trying to hang on in this series, looking for a 6th game back in San Antonio on Thursday. That's a charging foul. With the ball back to the Lakers. Daniels picks up his first.
Let's go back and look real quick if we can sneak it in here to see if, in fact, Tim Duncan did pick up that foul. Here's the drive by Fox as he goes in. Duncan's arm coming down on the wrist, the right wrist.
That's a foul.
That's a foul. And that's what the benefits you get when you're a star in this league, whether warranted or not. They don't want him to be out of the game right now.
Game tied at 79. Here's Shaw. Yes! Brian Shaw's hit a number of big shots in this series. Lakers now lead 81-79. 3:25 remaining in the fourth quarter. Parker. Bowen. Duncan. Stripped by O'Neal. It'll be San Antonio ball with 6 on the 24.
Shaq just gets a piece of that ball as Duncan exposes it from behind his head, and we'll get a
San Antonio with 1 team foul. Shot clock at 1 and a foul as the Spurs got 1. We've had 13 ties, 12 lead changes. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. Bryant putting the move on Bowen and hit. Bowen trying to draw the foul. Kobe Bryant with his 3rd field goal in his fourth quarter now has 22.
We were talking, Jeff and I, during the last time out. We didn't include you, Mark,
Yes,
but
I noticed.
we mentioned that suddenly after that flurry of offensive rebounds by Kobe, you hadn't heard very much from him, then he hits the big basket.
And Antonio Daniels has come up big. 13.7 in this fourth quarter.
And that's what they need, other people contributing so it's not all on Duncan's shoulders.
Game tied at 83. Bryant again. Well, we talked about the Lakers' new Mr. Clutch, Kobe Bryant, who single-handedly outscored San Antonio in the fourth quarter on Sunday night. Lakers lead by 2. Duncan forcing the issue, rejected by O'Neal. He did not have the good look. That's 5 blocked shots for Shaquille O'Neal. Just under 2 remaining in the fourth quarter. O'Neal way off.
You could see the entire Spurs defense start to collapse on Shaq because they knew that Shaq had Duncan pinned in front of the rim.
And Shaquille wanted Kobe to run the pick and roll with Ori again that had scored 2 consecutive times.
Duncan comes Shaw. Fox beats Bowen. Rick Fox extends to a 4-point Laker lead, and San Antonio wants a time.
See that he answers the call by coming down the lane against Bowen, then again turning into him, a little more size and strength, powers over the top.
Strong finish. Meanwhile, Tim Duncan with only one field goal the last 18 minutes of play, and one for his last thought they had it from Steve Smith, but that has not been the case in the postseason. They're surrounding Duncan. Parker for three. Rebounded by O'Neal. Looks to gut it down, and very fortunate on the deflection that Bryant was able to come up with it. Now San Antonio does have one foul to give. 1:05 remaining on the fourth. Lakers up by 4. Bryant putting the move on Bowen. Shot clock at 5. Ori for 3. Yes! That looks familiar. We flash back to game 3 against Portland. The game winner by Ori, who was set up by Bryant.
Same guy delivered the pass, same guy put the shot in the basket. Robert Ori from the right-hand corner after Kobe Bryant penetrates, late pass, late score.
Daniels got the step. Oh, what a move by Antonio Daniels. It's 90-85 Lakers, and San Antonio with the foul to give.
Definitely not by his reaction when he spoke to Bruce Bowen.
Kobe coming into tonight just 12 for 24 at the line, but has been able to straighten things out. 5 for 6 now. And tonight's Gatorade Player of the Game is Kobe Bryant, who once again has turned it on in the fourth quarter. Of his 26 here in the fourth. Lakers up by 7. Daniels for 3. Duncan on the rebound. 92-87, 33 seconds remaining on the fourth. Spurs trying to trap. Lakers able to handle it. Fisher is fouled. Robinson, Danny Ferry, Steve Smith on the bench. David Robinson. Seen this before. Last year, his San Antonio Spurs swept by the Los Angeles Lakers. Different scenario here. All the games have been close. O'Neal on the block shot. The Lakers, the two-time defending NBA champions, are headed once again to the Western Conference Final Series. Standing ovation for the Lakers, who are able to take over in the fourth quarter for the third straight game and defeat the Spurs. The Lakers 93, the Spurs 87. It will be the Los Angeles Lakers and the Sacramento Kings in the Western Conference. So the Lakers advance. They will open up in Sacramento on Saturday. Let's go to D. Lydham with Shaq and Kobe.
Thanks very much, Marv. Shaq, just given what you physically had to go through in this series, how do you mentally feel about you and your team's accomplishment tonight?
I've never been one to complain. I was always taught by my father, Butchie Harrison, you can walk, you can run, you can play. My guys did a great job of playing well and looking out for me. Kobe, carried us through the series. Rick carried us through the series. And I was just asked to do the little things like block the shots and rebound. That's what being on a great team is all about. So, right now, it's no time for celebration. We know what we want to do. We have a tough task ahead of us on Saturday and Sunday whenever we play.
Keep doing that?
Well, this team trusts me to make those decisions in the fourth quarter. And that's a huge responsibility, and hopefully I can deliver for them.
How about you? Just the satisfaction. You said every race towards a championship is different. What does this feel like right now to get to this point in the conference final?
It feels good. We're at a place now where we wanted to be all season long. And it's going to be a huge challenge ahead going up to Sacramento, but we're looking forward to it.